100% of those funds will go towards youth in the county of Pinal, so in Pinal County. So we really appreciate it. Thank you very much. In fact, give yourselves a round of applause. We really thank you very much.
This club 3 years ago, primarily it's a service club to support the Pinal County residents. Up in the Phoenix area, metropolitan Phoenix, there's about 6 or 7 organizations, fraternity organizations that support all different types of charities and so forth in Maricopa County. So we decided that Pinal County down here really needs a lot of help because we have poor communities and so forth, and they need support to help the kids, especially the kids. Our foundation strictly goes out to kids of all ages, through scholarships, through the Boys and Girls Club, through foster kids, so forth. The need is great here in Pinal County, and that's the reason we started this. We call it Pinal 40 because there's only going to be 40 members. When we first got it started, we started with about 25-30 guys, and then over years we vote on individuals that come in. Any club member has to raise a minimum $5,000. If you don't raise $5,000 during the year, because our purpose is to raise funds for kids. I would never thought with a matter of 3 years that we would be raising $200,000 a year, which is just phenomenal. We'd have to support all our sponsors and everything, and we want to especially thank the auction Indian community for their special sponsorship. They've been backwards for us, and even with a $25,000 donation. And for this event tonight, they went out of their way for us. They've been so generous. We appreciate it. We hope that we can eventually form a bigger and better partnership with us, and working with them, I know that we will be able to do a lot more things for Pinal County.
Matt puts on a lot of miles. He goes to all of the high schools here in Pinal County.
A number of them within the group, a number of the members have supported individually and through their businesses as well. So Mayor McFarland is on our board. Dennis Dugan used to be on our board. Great group of people that many of them have come in and volunteered in our organization, so just a great partnership. We've got 5 clubs right now, 4 in Casa Grande, 1 in Arizona City.
I am up here tonight to present the Lifetime Achievement Award. So we, in about, I guess in a short 3 years, we've kind of turned this organization or this event kind of to the event in Pinal County where family, friends, and business all come together in the name of charity. So we thought we'd put something together and recognize somebody in our community. So tonight we're honoring somebody actually very means a lot in my life. It's actually my grandfather, Howard Worth. So at the age of 4, in the fall of 1929, Howard moved to Coolidge, Arizona from Revillo, South Dakota with his parents Fred and Eunice Wirtz and brothers Wayne, Wilbur, and Vern. This picture was taken in 1944 while all were home on leave before being shipped to the South Pacific. They asked the federal government for a $250 million a year loan to construct the CAP. The project started in 1974 and was finished in 1989, which cost a total of $4.6 billion. In 1976, Howard put in his first experimental drip irrigation plot where farmers could use a fraction of the water and were able to increase their yields. The Sundance tape injector, the Sundance brew cooler, the Sundance disc, the Sundance tape extractor, and the Sundance peel-off rig.
Hello, everybody.
$500. How about $2,500? How about $2,500? I'll take $1,000. Give me $1,000. $1,000. Start them off. How about $1,000? You mine to $1,000. I got $1,000. Now $1,500. Now $15. Now $2,000, sir.
Of the 7 GMs that were hired in January of 2013, only 2 had their teams in the postseason in 2014. and one of those gentlemen is with us here tonight. It's my pleasure to introduce the Arizona Cardinals General Manager, Mr. Steve Kyle.
There's no doubt that dairy farmers need big cows that produce. In football, we need big football players that produce. When they don't produce, we find more cows and more players to produce. So it's pretty simple.
It's called culling.
Correct. I was standing in my mother and father's kitchen. My dad was a machinist. We didn't have very much, but we had a great life, and I'll never forget looking at my mom and telling her that, Mom, one day I'm going to get a Division I scholarship, so you don't need to save money for my college. Number two, I'm going to have a chance to play in the National Football League. And number three, I'm going to live out my dream and become the general manager of an NFL football team. Swear to God, 9 years old. And you would think that my mother would cut me or embrace it. So my mother, in her tough Pennsylvania way, she snickered. And she said, Steve, she said, if you only worked on your math and your science as hard as you study those damn football players, you may be successful one day. But after doing this for 19 years and making many mistakes, as some of you know, I've made quite a few, it comes down to the passion and the humility to grow and get better in what you do. In 19 years with the Arizona Cardinals, I don't feel like I worked a day in my life. And the one message I would have for everybody here is true. As a matter of fact, I get chills thinking about this. The fact that at 9 years old, I was able to tell my mom that I was going to be a GM. And on January 2013, I was able to do that. I'm not bragging, but what I'm telling you is, I hope everybody in this room gets a chance to live out their dream.